Okay, go.
Hello, and welcome to It's the News, my dudes. And today we're going to be talking about jazz in the 1920s, sweeping the nation. Time, early 1920s. Place, New Orleans. What? Jazz music, which is a type of music created from the culture of African Americans. Jazz music is starting to spread to Chicago out of New Orleans as people spread their culture as they travel. Around the same time, in New York, speakeasies, which are illegal bars, become a popular place for jazz musicians to play.
22, say that.
2 years later, in 1922, Chicago and New York are still the most popular places for jazz music. However, the critics don't think so. Some critics, such as Anne Faulkner, have gone as far as to say jazz is a destructive dissonance, also asking if the music has put the sin in syncopation. Henry Van Dyke has described jazz as a species of music invented by demons for the torture of imbeciles. Jazz bands usually consist of 7 to 12 musicians. What?
Consisted of.
Jazz bands usually consisted of 7 to 12 musicians at a time. At the time, Louis Armstrong was the first musician who got to decide what he was going to record, as record companies didn't allow you to do that. They were very strict about what they wanted you to record. Kansas City jazz ensembles began to play with a 4 even ground beat instead of a 2 ground beat with a 4x4 melody. So what that means is people were basically going like, "Do it! Yes, you can!"
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going.
Instead of whatever they were doing before. During the 20s, women's liberation movement was also influenced by jazz and used as a means of rebellion and provided motivation and opportunity for women. Jazz poetry became a thing.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is, but...
Okay,
Somebody
right.
get me some clout. Also influenced fashion for the 1920s. Hemlines rose, men's pants got baggy, and women cut their hair short. Jazz was a predominantly African-American art form. The bottom culture rose as the minority culture was desired by the majority of people. So basically, everyone who was being racist and like, "Hey black people, you're not cool" at the time, were like, "You're pretty cool." Yeah. The Jazz Age started from 1920 and ended at 1929, just at the beginning of the Great Depression. So in 1926, Big Butter and Eggman was a jazz song. Okay, one more time. In 1926, Big Butter and Eggman was a jazz song written by Percy Venable and first recorded by Armstrong's Hot 5. The original 1926 recording contains one of Armstrong's most highly regarded cornet solos. Another popular song from 1927 was called Blue Skies. It's a show tune by Ernie Berlin for the musical Betsy.
This is not okay.
Guys,
Still
guys,
stop!
Shh. We're almost done. My references? Wikipedia. I love you guys.
That's the news, my dude. That's the news, my dude.
Move the green screen.
Prank, baby.